feeling?
It's better.
Appreciate you taking the time, man.
Oh, yes, sir. Damn, I missed. Y'all want me to shout y'all out? Y'all want me to shout y'all out? Man, shout out my injured squad over here. They over here chilling and stuff. Hey, throw them on the camera right quick. What you want, man? I'm trying to do this interview, man. You see the mic? You see the mic? I'm gonna hit you back later, bro. No, I'm ready.
Take me back to your first day on campus or your first day of fall camp.
Freshman year?
Yeah, freshman year. Take me back to young Felton Davis. And what was going through your head when you got here?
Man, I think I just the speed of the game, you know, was so fast and everybody was so big. I actually came in like 160 pounds, something like that. I was small. But being here, it was a whole different atmosphere, a whole different, you know, complexity to football and school. But being out there at fall camp, it was crazy. I didn't know what to do. People just sprinting left, right. I'm just following Bird. Wherever Bird go, I went. If I didn't even own it, they had to tell me to move. You know, but you know, that's just the learning curves that you got to take when you first get here. My all-time favorite player is Troop. Me and Troop had so much fun. You know, just standing on the sideline, you know, enjoying practice, enjoying games. Even though he didn't even play, you know, most people would be frustrated about, like, you know, I'm not playing. I'm not about to sit here and help out this young guy who, you know, might get in front of me or, you know what I'm saying, like that. But Troop didn't really care. You know, he enjoyed football. He enjoyed being out here and having fun, and that's what we did when we was my whole freshman year. He made my freshman year go by pretty smooth and enjoyable. Daryl, you know, I be with Daryl all the time, and that's my man. Kari, Ray, you know, and playing with Connor Cook was pretty crazy. So it's like it's so many good players that just play here with me. So it's like I can go on. Air Force game was the first play Coach Sam ever put me in. Air Force, and it was a run play. He told me it was gonna be a run play. He said, I want you to make sure you're calm and ready to go, and he put me in against Air Force, and I just took off running across the middle of the field, just sprinted all the way across the field. Didn't block nobody, I just ran. And I was just so excited to be in the game. I was just like, man, I just played a college football snap, you know, it's crazy, it's what people dream of doing, and I just did it. Well, my first catch, I'm gonna say, one of my most memorable moments, Iowa game, catching the pass in the Big Ten Championship, you know, basically made my season just take another step. Both those Penn State games was, you know, my favorite moment. I had like 180-some yards against them the first time. We played them here, and then this year we go out there and I score game-winning touchdown, you know. So both those times I feel like, you know, playing them, that's a big game, big moment. And that's when big players are supposed to step up, you know, and really do what you're supposed to do, what you came here to do. I'm gonna tell you my worst moment. It probably is, you know what I'm saying? They still joking me about it. It's still against Penn State. Safety walked down. I was supposed to crack the linebacker, but the safety walked down in the box. So it was Marcus Allen, so I go sprinting there, and he about knocked my jaw loose. So like we make a real loud collision. Boom! I fall to the ground on my back, and he go to run over, like step over top me, and I grabbed his foot so he wouldn't go make the play on Gerald, and Gerald just take off down the field like 30 yards. And Coach Sam going wild on the sideline. He didn't really know what happened to me. We watched film the next day. He saw my neck snap back, and my jaw was hurting. I thought I broke my jaw. I'm like, man, these dudes is huge out here.
Life growing up was interesting for me. So I grew up a military brat, which means I moved every two or less years.
I went to the Coast Guard Academy right out of high school. I graduated with an engineering degree there, and then I spent most of my career on ships, on Coast Guard cutters. I spent 36 years in the Coast Guard and retired after that. Our
family was a tight-knit family. We would move, wouldn't know a whole lot of people, and we'd just get closer and closer every time we'd transfer, I think.
One of the pluses of moving around like that is that our children, both of them, they're less than 2 years apart in age, so that they've been naturally close. And when we move somewhere, they get really close together, and it's built a strong friendship over many, many moves. It's been really heartwarming for me to see that as they both entered their 20s here, that they are still very, very close to each other. And I know that that's a bond, I think, from moving around that made it so strong.
It was a little different moving around a lot. I transferred schools almost every single year. There was one year where it was 9 consecutive schools in 9 consecutive years. I mean, that's all I knew. That's like how life was. I didn't realize how weird that was until about 5th or 6th grade, where I'm like, this is not normal. Like, we are not a normal family.
That first instance when you're going to school and you don't know anybody and you're kind of by yourself, you're that one person that, you know, is sitting at the lunch table by yourself, or it, you know, those are some really difficult things that kids go through. It taught them to be strong, and it taught them that they could persevere, and it taught them great ability to adjust.
A lot of people ask me if I think it's annoying that we move every 2 years, and I loved it. I got to a fresh new slate every single year. I got to meet new people, make new friends, and I got to explore the country. Like, I lived in 5 different states, I think, and each state had its own qualities that I really enjoyed and I look back to a lot.
It's easy when they're young. When they start getting older, it gets harder, and the hardest part, I think, was in middle school, and we were moving from Washington, D.C. to Cleveland, Ohio, or the other way around, I can't remember which it was. And that move had just really worried me a lot, and I remember talking to Maggie one night about it, and I was talking to her and asking her what she thought about the move, and that, you know, I was kind of trying to comfort her that things will be okay on the other end. And her comment to me was, she goes, "Well, geez, Dad, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this."
There is a banged-up Spartan on the field. That's number 18, Felton Davis. They're going to bring the card out right away.
Striking young man. Very articulate, positive, from Richmond, Virginia.
And he was putting together a season, too. 6'4", 200, drawing the attention of a lot of scouts that I was talking to, in particular with his performance last week, over 100 yards. That is terrible. Feel for that young man.
A lot of different things go through your head at that moment. When they came out there, I told them exactly what happened. I told Tam when she asked me what was wrong, I told her I tore my Achilles. And, you know, they go right to, you know, trying to keep the positive. You know, it's okay, you didn't, you fine. But I told her, like, it's gone. You know, I felt it pop, you know, I know it's gone, or whatever. And at that moment, it's like, you know, it's instant sadness, you know, because you go out here every day and you give your all to this program. You know, you go out practice, fall camp, you know, summer, and you hear people say it all the time, you know, play every play like it's your last, because you never know if it is, you know, and you go out there and it's your last play, you know, and you're never going to wake up again and put on a Michigan State jersey. At like the first couple days, I couldn't sleep. I was just super sad, you know, just being that I gave so much to the program and I wanted to do so much this year, you know, for me personally and for the team. I'm still part of the team, but it's just, I just won't be able to play no more. And I send Kari, being that I don't go to the Kellogg or anything, I send Kari a speech every Friday, and he reads it to the team.
Flames, nothing. Congratulations.
I felt like part of my job is to keep things rolling as a family as if we weren't moving. The one thing that I was very adamant about is our kids needed to be in an activity, and sports was that activity.
I started in 3rd grade. I think I was about 9 years old. But I started at the YMCA level and learned to actually love the game, and decided that was when I wanted to perfect the game, start getting better. I actually played a lot of sports before that, and once I tried volleyball for the first time, I'm like, I'm done. This is it. A lot of my family lives here, so all that moving around, Michigan has always been that home base for me. My whole mom's half of the family lives 20 minutes away, so I've always been around Michigan State. Having that family link when I came here, that definitely drew me closer to choosing Michigan State over other schools.
And she stepped foot on this campus here, and it was 5 minutes. She goes, this is the place.
My freshman and sophomore year, my family actually lived in San Francisco, so they were across the whole country, didn't come to a lot of games, couldn't make it, but they actually just moved to Lansing area this past year, so having them around is very comforting for me.
But it's really a plus to be here. When I retired, one of the things that I told Mary is that we're going to go wherever she wants to. And so we were fortunate enough to move back here to her hometown and see her family all the time and see Maggie play and get to bring our friends and our family out to the game. Very cool.
You know, it's really exciting for them to see like what I've been working on the past 2 years, because they haven't been able to see it before.
You know, one of the things that's interesting about this, for Maggie going to college, this is the longest she's ever lived anywhere in her whole life. And so these relationships she has with her teammates, because they're just together all the time, is really, really strong. These volleyball relationships, I think, will be there for life as well.
It was so much love from people, you know, and you don't really expect to get love like that, you know. And I'm not even from Michigan, so, you know, it's people from everywhere, you know, all types of people messaging me, and, you know, and that keeps you uplifted, and, you know, and know that, you know, it's people out here that really still, you know, believe in you, that believe in what you can do, and actually looked up to you as fans and stuff. I just remember one of the messages, I actually sent it to my mom. It was a little kid that was talking to me or whatever, and he sent like a real long message, and he was basically saying, when you feel like you can't go no more, just know it's people like us that look up to you, you know, and that we want you to keep pushing forward, because we believe in you, you know, and you're our favorite player, stuff like that. Those type of things that keep you uplifted and keep you able to keep going, you know, when you even when you feel like you're like world just basically sitting on top of you. I just want to thank everybody, you know, from the bottom of my heart, everybody that I ever came in contact with, even if I never even came in contact with them. You know, I really appreciate the love, the messages, you know, everything that comes with being here. And if I could start over and do everything literally all over again, I would. From coming here and going through adversity that I've been through, and having Coach D, who basically like a father figure, he a real man, you know, and a stand-up guy, you know, and I wouldn't trade anything for it. You know, I wouldn't go anywhere else but here. Everybody's just a family, you know, and playing here is I feel like it's one of the highest honors that you can really get, to come in here and earn your jersey and, you know, go through fourth quarter program, bottom line program, all that stuff, and come together as a brotherhood, you know, and even the fans that's in that stadium, you know, it's all a family. You know, everybody love everybody, and you know, every single game I used to throw my gloves in the stands. And I know Dylan probably hated it, but I did it every game. You know, I just gave another kid a pair of gloves every single time. You know, and those are the type of things that I just feel like everybody should be able to experience, you know, of being here. And even the little kids, you know, it's people out here that that say negative things and hurtful things to athletes, you know, but it's people, it's actually real people out here that actually care, you know, that love you as a person, even though they never even met you.
What do you hope your legacy is here?
Man, just that guy who, you know, like, just basically kind of like Coach D, just a stand-up guy. You know, I stand there and sign autographs for an hour. You know, after a football game when I'm dog tired, you know, but I don't want people to, I want people to look at me as a light, you know, and somebody who you can look up to, you know, that's not really gonna get in trouble off the field, it's not gonna do things on the field, you know, that's negative or dirty or anything like that, but just a positive stand-up guy that does everything right, you know, and came out here and gave Spartan Nation and Michigan State everything I had out here on this field, you know, and played my heart out every game, you know, and left the field exhausted every time I left, you know, so that's what I want everybody to just think of when they see me or hear my name again. I just want to say thank y'all and I love y'all. That's it.
Welcome to the campus of Michigan State University, where soon it'll be Michigan State, the 11th ranked team in all the land, with a 2-1 mark, taking on Tennessee Tech. And it's an interesting game here this evening for Tom Izzo and his guys, because if you look at the Michigan State schedule, Matt, this is the last non-marquee opponent for quite a while, because next up we're going to get UCLA, North Carolina, or Texas. We go to Louisville. There's a stretch of games there, 6 of them. Only one of those are going to be here. He wants to make a move. He's backing in. Here's the shot, and it's good. He's backing Ward in. Spins, fires. It's a block by Ward. Nice defense. Here comes Michigan State. In the wing, Langford. Down low, reverse. Ward up, and it's in off the glass. And Nick Ward's got all 6 Michigan State points. Left-handed hook shot, good. He's got 8, and he got fouled, and a free throw is on the way. Out the Cassius, MSU on the move. Jump shot, elbow up, and it's in. Head fake, and Kenny Goings takes it away from him. Here comes Winston. Cross-court pass, McQuaid wide open for a 3. He got it. Finally got one to drop. Here comes Langford. MSU's on the move. Winston for 3. He got it. He has 11. That's 2 in double digits for Michigan State. But having said that, ball goes down low to Nick Ward. A little right-hand hook shot's up, and it's in.
Well, you don't see the right-hand hook from him much. That one looked pretty good.
Looked great. He's got 14. He's got 14, and now a turnover going the other way. McQuaid with the basketball layup. It's good, and he's fouled. Cross court to Langford. Here comes a 3 ball. He got it. 7:36 left in this thing. Now the Ward reverses away. Oh, it's good. It's good, and he's fouled. With the ball, Lawyer down the lane. Oh, a beautiful deep dish to Kithier, who just got his first Spartan basket. And MSU is unbelievable tonight. The final score, Michigan State 101, and Tennessee Tech has 33.